Hello everyone, I'm Paul and this is problem 3310, remove methods from project. This is a very visual medium problem, so first I will show you how to solve it visually and then with code. We are given three variables, n, k, and invocations. N and invocations correspond to a graph. Here you have an example. Here we have nodes from 0 to n-1, meaning 3, and invocations is a 2D array with edges. This is a directed graph. So for example here we have an edge from node 1 to node 2. Here we have an edge from node 0 to node 1 and so on. Now here it says that node or method k is considered suspicious and we have to remove it with every other node that's invoked by this node directly or indirectly. So here k is 1, which means that this is a suspicious node, and this node is invoking node 2, which means that this is a suspicious group and we should remove it. But we can only remove the group if no method outside the group invokes a method within it. As you can see here, node 3 invokes a node within the group and node 0 invokes another node within the group, which means that we can't remove these two nodes. We have to keep them. And we have to return an array with all the remaining nodes after removing all the suspicious nodes. In this scenario, we don't remove anything, so we return an array with 0, 1, 2, and 3. If we didn't have these two edges, now there would be no node invoking a suspicious node, so we could remove these two nodes, and finally we will return an array with 0 and 3. Okay? So we can split the problem in two parts. First, we will get the suspicious group, which is given by nodes 1 and 2 here, and then we can check if we can remove this group. So let's start with point 1. How do we get this group? Well, we can use either a DFS or a BFS. In the code, I will use a DFS, but you can use a BFS if you want. It's the same. So we start from k. We are using this as the source, which means that first we are standing here. This is a graph problem, so we need an adjacency list. Remember that this is very important for most graph problems. And we will also have an array with in degrees. What's this? Well, for example, node 0 has 0 in degrees, meaning 0 incoming edges. Node 1 has 1. As you can see, we only have this edge. Node 2 has 2. We have 2 incoming edges, okay? And so on. And we will have a set to keep track of suspicious nodes that we have already seen. We start from k, so here we add 1. Now, we can only go to node 2. Remember that these are unique keys and these are the nodes that we can go to from every key. From 1 we can go to 2. This is the only choice. So, given that we don't have 2 here in the set, we can add it, which means that next we are here. And we need to subtract 1 in degree from this node. We go here at index 2 and subtract 1. So this is 1, which means that we are removing this edge. Now we have only this edge remaining, only 1. Now we don't have a 2 here in the adjacency list, so we can end our DFS, and this is the final set for suspicious nodes. And here is the key to solve the problem. If we have a suspicious node, for example 2, and this still has an incoming edge after running the DFS, this means that we have an edge between a non-suspicious node to a suspicious node, in which case we can't remove any of these nodes, so we have to return all the nodes. So how can we translate this to code? Here we have the indices of this array in degree. Remember that after the DFS we have removed only this edge. That's why here we have a 1. And we can iterate the values in this set. We start from 1 and we check what's the corresponding value in degree at the current index 1. Here the value is 1, and given that this is different from 0, this is enough to know that we can't remove these two nodes. So we can return a list from range n, which corresponds to an array with 0, 1, 2, and 3. So in this example, this is the result. Now let's say for a moment that we don't have these two edges. This would be the corresponding adjacency list and this the corresponding graph. Here we only have one incoming edge from node 2, so the in-degree array would have a 1 here at index 2. After running the DFS, we will remove this edge, which means that this would be a 0, and the final set would have nodes 1 and 2. So how do we get the final result in this scenario? Well, we do the same. We iterate nodes in this set starting from 1. And every time we check if the value corresponding to this index in this array is different from 0. Here we have all zeros, so after iterating all the nodes here, we don't return anything, which means that we can return an array with all the nodes that are not in this set, meaning nodes 0 and 3. Okay? This would be the result in this example. Time and space complexity for this approach is big O of n plus e, where n is the amount of nodes and e is the amount of edges that we are given. With this in mind, now let's go with the code. First, we need an adjacency list. In Python, we can use a default dictionary with a default value of an empty array and an in-degree array. This is an array with 0 times n. And now we can iterate edges. So for A and B in invocations, remember that these are directed graphs. So we need to say adjacency A dot append B, and regarding in degrees, we can say in degree B plus equal 1. After doing this, we can say that the set for suspected nodes is initially empty, and now we can build our DFS function. This requires a node, and we can say suspected dot add the current node, and every time we have to iterate neighbors. So for every neighbor in adjacency list at the current node, we can say in degree at the neighbor minus equal 1. We are removing the corresponding incoming edge, and if not neighbor in the set, then we can recursively iterate the neighbor. So we call DFS with neighbor. Okay, and here we can call DFS starting from k. Remember that this is the source. And now we can say for every node in the set, here we can say if in degree at node is different from 0, we can just return a list from range of n. Okay, this is enough to know that we can't remove any of the nodes, so we just return a list with all the nodes. If we are still here, this means that we can remove the suspected set of nodes, so we can just return an array with node for node in range n, but we only want nodes that are not in the set, so we want this if not node in the set. Okay, this is the entire code, so let's submit it and see if it works. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.